So, good morning. Last class we have studied Taro's reward, the lesson Taro's reward. So, there we have seen that Taro was the son of a poor woodcutter and he used to go to the forest, cut wood. So, why he wanted to cut wood? To earn more money, isn't it? He wanted to earn more money. Why he wanted to earn more money? Yes, he wanted to buy sake. Isn't it? Sake is the Japanese. Japanese drink. Wanted to get a Japanese drink, isn't it? So his father, in that cold storm wind, when the wind was blowing inside, his father felt very cold, and in order to keep his body warm, the old man wanted sake, isn't it? So he said a cup of sake will help him to keep him warm. So the poor boy thought he has to cut wood again more and more so that he can earn more money. And then what did he do? He went to the forest. He started cutting as early as possible. He could go to the forest, cut the wood and cut in the hot sun till the hot sun comes. He used to cut more and more. And once when the hot sun comes, he feels very hot. And at the same time, he feels thirsty also, isn't it? So one day while he was doing that, why he is doing? Because he wanted to earn more and more money. That much money he how much work he is doing, still he was not able to collect that much money, isn't it? So he thought he will do some extra time, he will spend some extra time for cutting the wood, and so that he will get more money. So now one day while he was cutting wood, he felt very thirsty. At the same time, to a little distance he could hear the falling of water. So he felt thirsty and he thought if it is water it will help him, isn't it? So he ran to the place where he could hear the rushing of water. And when he went to the direction where he cupped his hands and he started to drink the water. At the same time, what he felt? He felt it tasty, some special taste for that water. It was not the taste of pure water, it was not the taste of pure water, isn't it? So when we drink cool drink, it is different. When we drink pure water, it is different. The taste is different from both, isn't it? So when we drink pure water, the pure water has a taste where there are no other taste is there. Suppose if we drink a cool drink, what happens? The taste is different. There sugar or any juice like that, it is there and the taste is different. So when he cupped his hand to drink that water, it tasted differently and it was different. So he thought, what is it is not the taste of the pure water, it is something different. And it was the sake, he understood. It was the taste of sake, understood. So what did he do? He suddenly, the picture means the container, the picture which he had in his hand, the container. He took that container, he filled that container and rushed to home. Why did he fill that container and went home in a hurry? Yes, to give his old father, to give to his old father. Why? Because father had said a cup of sake will help him to keep his body warm. So when tasting the water like a sake, he filled the container and rushed home to give his father. At home, he reached and gave that water to his father. For one drop itself, changed the father's mood. The father became very happy and he started dancing. That means the effect of that sake had totally changed the old man. So this is what we have studied in the last class. Now we are going to continue what had happened. That after swallowed the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. So the old father, he was warm enough, he started dancing on the floor. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of sake. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So what did the old father do? So one of the neighbor came to their house at the time, and what did the father do? He gave her little of that water to drink, and he told the whole story of the magic waterfall. Magic. Why it is called magic waterfall? Why it is called water waterfall? Because usually in every waterfall, what we can see? Only the pure water rushing down, isn't it? But there, instead of pure water, it was the same, isn't it? So he told the story. That means his son had gone there and he has collected the water and came, and that was the Japanese drink sake. Understood? So she heard the whole story, and in a hurry she went to the village and spread the whole story in the village. Now everybody came to know about the magic waterfall. I'll read. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Who came for a visit? Neighbor. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of sake. So Taro's father, he was warm enough now, isn't it? So he gave her also a cup of sake. The lady drank it greedily. With a great greed, she started drinking and thanked the old man and gave thanks to the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Taro told her from where he had taken the water and came. Thanking them for their delicious drink, she left in a hurry. She went out. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So before night came to an end, the whole story spread in the village. Now each and everyone in the village came to know about which one? The magic waterfall. Understood? The whole village came to know about the magic waterfall. Now next. That evening there was a long procession of visitors to the woodcutter's house. Every man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the sake. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. So what happened? The whole people came to know about that story water sake, and they all wanted to get that water, and so everyone rushed to whose house? Taro's house. Long procession of visitors to the woodcutter's house. So now by evening, all people of the village came to woodcutter's house. Every man heard the story of the waterfall. So those people who had heard about the story came to Taro's house and took a sip of water. Everyone had a little taste of that water. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. So within half an hour, what happened? The pitcher which he had brought the water now became empty. That means the whole people drank that water. Read once more. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of the sake. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So that whole day, what did the lady do? The lady went and told each and everyone about the water where it was in Taro's house. That means the magic water, isn't it? So every people came to know, and by the evening what happened? There was a long procession of visitors to the woodcutters evening. By evening, the whole people of the village came to whose house? Woodcutter's house. Each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the same. So everyone have heard about that water, and so everyone came here and had a sip to drink. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. So within short time, within half an hour, the whole water which Taro had brought home had been over. It was finished. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. So the next day also he went. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found to his great surprise all his neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, everything they could find to hold the magic sack. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and again, and then shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sack, only cold water. So hearing the whole story, all the people in that particular evening came to Taro's house and everyone had a drink, and within short time the water was over. So next day, so what did Taro think? The next day he will go early as possible and collect more water and come, isn't it? So as usual, what did he do? He went to the forest as early as he could with a big container than the one which he brought the other day, little more bigger, to collect more water. He went there. But to his great surprise, what did he see? He saw the old people standing over there with the buckets, tins and containers. They all are there before him. Before he could reach, who had already reached? The whole people of that village had come over there to have water, isn't it? So then one man was kneeling there and drinking the water again and again. But I am shouting at the same time, this is only water, this is not sack, it is only pure water, not sack. Then everyone started to taste the water and everyone was shouting, no, it is only pure water, not a sack. So the second day when Taro and the other people went over there, what did they understand? They got only the pure water from the rushing water, isn't it? They did not get any sack. Understood now? Now look. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. So the next day, he went early than the other day he had gone. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned. So he took a big container, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. So why did he go earlier than on that day? Because he thought if he go early on that day, he can fill that big container and get more water before the other people come over there. When he reached it, he found to a great surprise all his neighbors here. But to his great surprise, what did he find there? The whole village people are crowded. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets. So in everyone are having big containers, buckets, jars, pitchers, everything they have, and whatever container are there, they are carrying with them. Could find to hold the magic sack. So why did they took all these containers there? To collect the water. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. So one person first went to see whether it is water or sack. So he went over there and he started to take water in his hands, cupped hands, and he started to drink. And he was drinking again and again. And then shouted angrily, and with great anger he was shouting, water, nothing but water. This is only water. This is not sack. It is only water. It has no taste. It is only pure water. With a great anger. Why was he getting angry? Because what was the story? The other day Taro had come over this particular waterfall and he had collected which one? Not pure water, sack, isn't it? And that sack was given to each and every one of his village, and those are the people standing over here, and they had come over there to collect the same sack what Taro had said in their containers, isn't it? So now they are not getting that sack. Instead of sack, what are they getting? They are getting only pure water, isn't it? They are getting only the pure water. So they are getting angry. and saying this is only water, it is not the sake. Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. So thinking that man is telling lie, what did others do? Each and everyone started trying or started to taste the water, and everyone got the taste of only water, taste of only pure water. Understood? Nobody got the same taste of sake. They all got the same taste of pure water. That is why they were angry. Now look, next morning, Taro started for work from earlier than the morning before. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found his great surprise all his neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, everything they could find to hold the magic sake. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and again, and then shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. So each and everyone started tasting the water, and they all got the taste of only cold water. They did not get the taste of sake. So they were angry. Now, "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where is Taro? Let us drown him in this waterfall." But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were getting. He was nowhere to be found. So when the people got angry, they turned towards Taro. They wanted to kill now whom? Taro. They wanted to kill Taro. Why they wanted to kill Taro? Because they are saying Taro had tricked them. Taro had tricked them. Taro had said a false story to them that he got the sake from where? From this waterfall, isn't it? So they were looking for Taro, and by the time Taro understood what will happen when the people get angry, he understood. He was clever enough to know that if they get angry, they will turn towards him. So what did he do? He hid behind a rock, and he saved his life. Now, "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where is Taro?" So everyone started looking for Taro. "Let us drown him in this waterfall." That means we will kill him in this waterfall itself. But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were going. He was nowhere to be found. So those people were not able to find Taro. Why they were not able to find Taro? Because he understood what will happen. That means when drinking the water itself, each one was shouting angrily that it was only just a cold water and not safe. So he know that they all will turn towards him, isn't it? And they are waiting to kill him in that waterfall itself. So what did he do? He hid behind a rock and he saved his life. Muttering their anger and disappointment, the villagers left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Was the sake a dream? Once more he caught a little liquid in his hands and put it to his lips. It was the same fine sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it gave only cold water. So muttering their anger and disappointment. Muttering means whispering. With anger they were whispering something. What they were whispering? Where is that Taro? We want to kill him, isn't it? So whispering and whispering with their anger and disappointment, showing their anger and disappointment. What did they do? They started leaving the place. So if they stay over there, can Taro come out? No, Taro cannot come out, isn't it? The people, if they see Taro, what will they do? They will kill him. So he was hiding behind the rock and seeing all what is going on there. So after some time, everyone started moving from that place. Taro came out from his hiding place. Then when he understood that all had gone from the place, what did Taro do? He slowly came from his hiding place. So now he cannot believe himself whether it was cold water or safe, because when he had come over there for water, what he got? He got safe, isn't it? But when the people of the village came over there, they are saying it is not sick, it is only cold water. So he cannot believe himself. Was it true? He wondered. So he wanted to know whether it is true or false, whether it is cold water or sick. Because the day before he got what? Not pure water, he got sick. Was the sick a dream? So he is thinking, maybe it a dream. Once more he caught a little liquid in his hand and put it to his. So in order to prove whether it is true or false, that means what the people are saying is true or not, whether it is cold water or sick, he wanted to know. For that what he do? He again cupped his hand for water and he started to drink. It was the same fine taste. So when he was drinking, he is having the same taste of the sick. To his thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious taste. So he was a thoughtful son. He was a thoughtful son. What do you mean a thoughtful son? He was a thoughtful son. Thoughtful means thinking only about his parents. He is worried about his parents. Worried about his parents. So therefore, Taro, the thoughtful son, the waterfall has given him what? Sick. And for those people, greedy people who had come over there, they are being given what? Cold water. To everyone else it be only cold water. So to everyone, the waterfall has given only the cold water. And to Taro, the thoughtful son, worried about his parents. So that is why he is called the thoughtful son. And for him, that cold water has been changed into the sick. The story of Taro. So this is the story of Taro. And his magic waterfall reached the emperor of Japan. So the emperor came to know about the waterfall and about the Taro and the people of that village. He came to know the whole story of Taro. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded him with 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind. So what did the emperor do? He sent his messengers to bring Taro to his palace and they gave him awards for that. Pieces. That means what were given to him? 20 pieces of gold. 20 pieces of gold. 20 pieces of gold. So good and kind. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro, and that magic waterfall, magic waterfall was given the name of Taro. Thus said the emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. So what is the lesson over here? To honor your parents and obey them. To honor and obey your parents. This is a great lesson through Taro, isn't it? That means, why was he awarded? Because he was a thoughtful son who was very good and kind. That means he was an honored. That means he gave that honor and obeyed to his parents, worried about his parents. That means when his father felt shivering, what did his father say? His father said that a cup of shake can help him do that. Can make him warm, his body warm, isn't it? So he was not able to buy that expensive drink. So what did the Taro do? He took more time to cut wood so that he can save more money. And he thought with that money he will buy the shake for his father to keep his body warm. But fortunately, what happened? He went to the waterfall to drink water, and when he had tasted, it was the taste of what? Not of pure water, it was the taste of shake. And at once when he tasted it as a shake, what did he do? He filled his container and came home and gave a cup of shake to his father, who was shivering. So at that moment when he drank that shake, what happened? Father was totally changed. His body was warm enough and he danced. And the story spread the whole village. And the next morning, what happened? Before he could reach there, all the neighbors started going to the waterfall with the big containers. But when they tasted this water, the water which Taro had tasted before, the same waterfall, the water was only pure cold water. So what did they do? They got angry and they wanted to kill Taro now because they thought he had tricked them, isn't it? But Taro understood what will happen, so he hid himself behind the rock. And when all the people had gone from the place, he came out and he thought whether it is true or false. He wanted to test once more. So what did he do? He tasted the water again, and again he tasted and he got the taste of what? He got the taste of sick, isn't it? So the waterfall, the magic waterfall, it was a magic waterfall. It has given the same taste of the same instead of pure cold water to Taro, because he was a thoughtful son. He was a thoughtful son. Thoughtful son means he was always thinking or worried about the warmth of his old parents. He was worried about his old parents who was not able to do any work. They are depending on him, isn't it? So they were worried about, he was worried about only them. And hearing the story, the Emperor of Japan called Taro, and he has been rewarded 20 pieces of gold for his good and kind. So from this lesson, you children have to learn what lesson? We have to honor and obey our parents, isn't it? If we do this only, we will be always who? A thoughtful son or a thoughtful daughter. You also have to do that. So with that we come to the end of the lesson. And then questions are there and these answers will be sent to you. You can go through that and complete your work. And fill in the blanks and all in the textbooks are given with the words in the box that you have to do it. Understood? Remaining and all I will send for you. So now we are coming to the end of the lesson Taro. That is 3 lessons are now already over in our class. Thank you.